All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. Salakia, Salakia. Let me switch this around real quick. My apologies. My sincere apologies. All right, we should be a little better now. I guess that's a little better. That's good. That's good. That's good. Good up. All right, that's all we need. That's all we need. All right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. We want to give all the honor, glory, and praises to Yahawah, by Hashem Yahawashi, by Hashem QADASH. Double honors to our elders at Great Milestone who taught us the truth through the Spirit. Single honors to the elect, and peace and blessings to the 1/3, and to the confusion that faces in the four corners of the earth. Shalom. Understand, flag burning, militias, and also you have to remember you got to keep your faith. I did a video that said that. I said, keep your faith as the world loses it. Because the people have faith in this world. So as the people are losing the grasp and the grip on the things of this society, which the Lord is taking away from them, let us not lose grasp or grip on the thing that the Lord has given us, which they can't obtain, which is called faith. All right, so the brother can open up with Jeremiah 28 and 8.
Jeremiah 28. May I start at verse 7?
What do you want to?
Jeremiah 28 and 7 and 8. Nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thine ears, and in the ears of all the people. The prophets that had been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Right, so we spoke against many countries of war and of evil and of pestilence. Jeremiah said the prophets before him. But now we're going to bring out a scripture that's also talking about the prophets of today. You give me Revelation 10, double check.
Revelation 10.
And the second to last verse.
Second to last verse. Revelation 10 and 10. And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up. And it was in my stomach sweet as honey. And as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter.
And that goes back to eating that whole roll. You know, eating that whole roll meaning that you got to take the good with the bad. Right? Go ahead up.
And it reads, verse 11, and he said unto me, thou must prophesy against before many people.
Right, so the angel's telling John the Revelator, you're going to prophesy again against many kingdoms. Against many people.
It's the same B?
It's the same B, man. I have to hit him. He came early. Go ahead, Op.
Revelations 10 and 11. And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples, and nations, and tongues, and kings.
So that's what the angel was telling John the Revelator. So going back to Jeremiah, Baba Kasha, when you read Jeremiah, when it says that many prophesied before me, we're saying the same thing right now. Okay?
Jeremiah 28, verses 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Right, and as of right now, I have that. I'm going to bring out two oracles right now. You can bring out Matthew 24. This is from the Independent. Kim Jong-un says North Korea cannot be ignored after success of new hypersonic missile. Check this out, y'all. And this was published Tuesday, the 7th, January 2025. Kim Jong-un warned that North Korea's rivals could not ignore its new hypersonic ballistic missile, which was tested while U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken was visiting South Korea on Monday. So Blinken dropped down on Monday. They had a successful hypersonic missile launch on when? Tuesday, the very next day. and then went public and said, y'all can't ignore us anymore. Now, what's also strange and crazy and funny, and also really funny to me, I think one of the last countries to actually have a successful hypersonic missile test completed was Russia. Lo and behold, who's on the front line with Russia right now fighting against Zelensky in Ukraine? Kim Jong-un. And he just had that test committed and completed on when? Tuesday, which is 3 days ago. This goes back to Jeremiah 28:8 saying that, I got it, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries. So we're talking about many countries right now being involved, and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and pestilence. So Kim Jong-un just committed that, right? Now also, U.S. unveils $500 million in military aid at final Ukraine defense summit before Trump takes office. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin answered a plea Thursday from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky for more help to keep Russian warplanes away from its cities and borders by announcing a $500 million package to boost its air defense. A $4.3 billion presidential drawdown authority work for more air defense missiles, ammunition, air-to-ground munitions, and additional equipment to support Ukraine's fleet of F-16 fighter jets. So, but go ahead.
I got the Matthews, but I got a precept to the article that you want. Joel 3, 9 and 10. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. And Jin Chang-un is a Gentile. What's a Gentile? Non-Israelite. It says, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. And verse 10 goes into the article when he was talking about a missile that can't be ignored. It says, beat your plowshares into swords. By the day, sword is the gun, but also the nuclear missiles. It says, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong.
Beautiful precept. Let the weak say I am strong. Because who was North Korea's ally before they really started to start to deal with Russia? It was always South Korea and America versus, or the West versus North Korea. Now that Kim Jong-un has Russia on his side, the weak are now saying that we are strong. And the Lord is gathering all the nations together. So you got Japan, because what happened was also, if you look at it in this article, Japan, wait a minute. Japan confirmed, Shalom Naquam, YAHAWASHI, Bashim QADASH. Japan, I almost said Naquam confirmed. Japan confirmed about the missile test. The Secretary of State was in South Korea. Kim Jong-un did the test. He's from North Korea. Russia's still beefing with Zelensky, which is 5 nations, and he's over there as well. So that's 5 nations. And guess who's also involved in that war? United States, which makes 6, and Germany also going to aid Zelensky. So that's 7. So that's 7 major pieces on the board of prophecy that's making moves right now as we speak. So I just want to touch on that real quick because I know we don't talk about it often, but yes, a war is still, not only is a war brewing here in America, I did a video on that, what, yesterday or the day before? There's a war brewing here in America, but hell, there's literally a World War III war brewing right now as we speak. All right, so everybody want to stay in their little bubbles and want to go back home, be with their family and cuddle, which is fine, but you have to remember, the Lord's bringing judgment to the whole earth, and you can't even escape that. Okay, so let's get back to it. Baba Kashaf, can you get Isaiah 29 and 6? Now we're gonna get into the fires that's going on right now. Okay.
Isaiah 29, verse 6. I shall be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire.
Right. So now, before we even get into the flame of devouring fire, let's talk about the solar. No, not the solar. The polar vortex. The polar vortex is also a storm and a tempest because there's constantly a vortex above the north and the south pole, like we have the jet stream, and that polar vortex is in a steady flow, right? So what happens is during the summertime, it literally really has no effect on us, right? Even if the polar vortex slows down, that cold air won't even seep down and make us have these freezing temperatures we have now. What happens is that when that polar vortex slows down, it seeps down into the jet stream, and it's beautiful. That keeps the jet stream going. When that slows down, that slows the jet stream down. When the jet stream slows down, those Arctic cold winters seep out of the polar vortex. It seeps through the jet streams, which gives us this chilling weather, right? Even my fiance, I call her my fiance. She don't get right. She can be my forever Beyonce. That's a joke between me and her. But even my fiance, she lives in Georgia. She sent me a picture. They all snowed in. It's literally all white everywhere, all snowed in up to the, you know the old houses and everything in the Georgia, all the way up to them little steps, man. You know what I'm saying? To the Bargain Board steps and all of that. So that's also going back. Yeah, you can show it to the screen. Right. So at the top, there's a constant like circle. They say in the polar and not polar down. Yeah, in the polar vortex, they probably can't really see it. In the polar vortex, they have winds that sustain 150 miles per hour. That's some of the winds of the strongest hurricanes on Earth. So it's constantly like at 150 miles per hour. But once that slows down, what happens is that all that cold Arctic air seeps down through the jet stream. It seeps down to us. And that's why we get these chips. So when they call it a vortex, it's not like it's a tornado. It does sustain winds of a hurricane, but what really makes us feel the power of the vortex is when it actually slows down. Because now that cold air gets to seep out through the jet stream. Okay? So that goes back to Isaiah 29:6, Baba Kasha.
Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of Yahawah of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with strong and tempest.
Right, strong tempest once again. The polar vortex sustained wind up to 150 miles per hour. That also goes back to a storm, a tempest. Winds, tempest is a wind. All right, go ahead.
And it says, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire.
Right, now we're going to get into that flame of devouring fire, but before we do, the brother Naquan dropped Luke 12:49. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? If it be not already kindled. Now the brother going to bring out some information. You said you have some information on the fire, right? Yeah, with the articles, right? But I also got some information too. Remember, because you asked, because these are not man-made. These are actually like forest fires that actually occur because of the drought, because of the conditions. Remember, you don't understand. If it don't rain, we don't eat. So if there's a drought, that means the Lord is not causing it to rain. The Lord not causing it to rain, that causes a drought. When that drought causes, that makes those figs, all the little twigs, all the little sticks, right? As the temperature rises, it starts to scorch the earth. Once the earth gets scorched, those what do you call it? Those bundles of sticks, those faggots, which is a bundle of sticks, y'all calm down. Those bundles of sticks can start a forest fire that can spread for acres, if not acres, to counties. And that's what's happening right now. And they also found out that there are some people actually starting these fires. You got to remember, when you're looking at the Palestine and where all these fires really happening, think about it. The Lord always had these fires happen where they're up on these high hills with all these $1 million mansions. I mean, it's ironic. I'm just saying, as I speak as a man, that is not happening to where all these poor people are living. Listen, whenever the Lord brings out judgment, I'm excited, but I still think about the elect. So remember, the Lord said we're going to be amongst the heathen The enemies when he bring forth his judgment, y'all. And remember, if 1,000 gonna die by your side, that mean the judgment, you're gonna see the judgment. So yeah, we see this, and I rejoice in the Lord's judgment. But please, may you please keep the the Macharia, right? So when you seeing these events happening and these $1,000,000 homes being burned down, I say, YAHAWASHI.
Because if that which is in turn upside down, the good can't come.
You got it, buddy.
So we need more chaos. We need this to happen in order for the kingdom of heaven to be established. So this is real quick. Proverbs 11:4 is going right into the article of an update of the fire in California. Riches profit not in the day of wrath. And that's the point that I want to bring out in the scripture. I want to finish it real quick. For righteousness delivereth from death. So riches profit in the day of the Lord's wrath. And we just witnessed that in California. Those were expensive homes. Those were not little homes.
Oh yeah. Hey, those $1,000,000 homes, doc. Matter of fact, there was this one millionaire getting backlash on YouTube, now YouTube on social media, because he said, I will pay any private firefighters any amount of money if you can kick the flames from burning down my house. So if you even got the rich, like, man, fuck everybody else, I'll do whatever you want to save my house. I'm going to show you, man, we separated. Go ahead.
I seen a quick video of somebody saying that certain houses has something called smart meters that read your meters, and they can burn on fire all by themselves. And the liquid that they got in it is the same liquid that's in the Teslas, which is hard to burn down. So that's a little rumor that's going around too that I saw today.
Something new, I heard.
This is from Fox News. California wildfires rage in LA County, killing at least 10. 10 is completion.
Yeah.
It says, oh no, 7 is completion.
Yeah.
7 is
just read the article.
Killing at least 10 and destroying thousands of homes. It says, the 2 largest wildfires ranging across Los Angeles County have killed at least 10 and burned down 10,000 homes and buildings to the ground, according to local officials. Authorities
10,000.
10,000. Authorities have urged residents to heed evacuation orders after the new blaze. The Kenneth fire started late Thursday afternoon in the San Francisco Valley.
And you know what, Salaki, I thought about Isaiah 29:6. The Lord already hit us with Milton, 3 months ago? That was another storm and tempest. Now devouring fire over there on the West Coast. Rumors of war, that's already popping off right now. All these prophecies are happening right now. That's why we open up with Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets of old, or the prophets before me. Jeremiah prophesied against many kingdoms like we are right now.
It says, Thursday afternoon in San Francisco Valley, about 2 miles from a school serving as shelter for evacuees from another fire, the Associated Press reported. Firefighters were able to stop the flames from spreading, and 400 firefighters remained vigilant at the scene overnight to ensure it would not rekindle. Oh, look at that word, kindle.
Yeah, kindle. Like a tinderbox, when you kindle something, it's like you start a small fire. And that can start up something big, something major, like a forest fire. Like if somebody flicks like a cigarette and the brush of some dry leaves, they can start an entire forest fire. Real quick. The Quran draw Isaiah 66:15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So these fires that we see right now on the West Coast, that right there is like a preamble, an introduction of the true devouring fire, the true devouring fire that the Lord gonna bring, man. All right.
It says that hours later, officials said they were encouraged as
He's on the phone talking, and he also has rosemary beads wrapped around his hand. I just saw that. That was just something to witness. It was crazy. He's talking on the phone, but he has his hands wrapped around, and He has rosemary beads with the cross at the end. I mean, maybe he's on the phone with somebody praying, but I mean, that was just spiritual. Even though we don't believe in paganism and all that, idolatry, that was just a spiritual moment for me. I just saw that. Go ahead.
It says, hours earlier, officials had said they were encouraged as warmer winds and help from out of state gave the first signs of beating back the region's two most devastating bombs.
So every time it's like a natural disaster, you know, that's why I say, you know, even in humanity, we'll come together some way, shape, or form, because we all know life is life and death is death. So when Milton happened, because I'm in Tampa, we in Tampa, of course, Tampa Bay, of course. I live in Tampa, the city. In Tampa, we had linemen all the way from like North Carolina, Tennessee come down the hill. Because I bumped into one. This dude literally walked up in the hood store with his homies and everything. But like I could tell he was just different. And then as we conversed for about 3 or 4 minutes, come to find he was ex-military, being all over and everything like that, you know. He like, man, I'm ready to get back home to my son, his birthday, set this up. And I'm like, thank you, sir. I appreciate you for coming down here. I really appreciate it. You probably didn't really hear that, but a lot of these people are ungrateful. That, you know, whatever. And one jet leaving out, talking crazy. Oh, fuck all y'all, yada. I said, wow, we just survived a hurricane, and look how you act. That's why when the Lord brings judgment, I'm so happy. Because people got to go right back to their fucking wickedness. And me and that man witnessed that, and he looked like an Edomite to me, but hey, we here with Bill, I call him a brother at that moment. But we had people come from out of town, out of different states, to help with Milton. That was a storm and tempest we was visited by. Same thing happened in California. You have firefighters from other states going to California helping. Why? That's another natural disaster. And Lord will keep bringing judgment, man. This shit ain't gonna stop. Go ahead, Doc.
It says the Eaton fire near
Salakia. The call said at least 70,000 is displaced by the Palisades fire, and at least 1,000 buildings destroyed by wildfires. Almost 200,000 acres scorched by California wildfires. Now I pray that YAHAWASHI have the Bakarian kept, the Koholoyan like YAHAWASHI by QADASH for judgment, because majority of the people who was affected are the fucking rich. All right, go ahead.
It says the Eden fire near Pasadena that started Tuesday night has burned more than 5,000 structures. A team that includes homes, apartment buildings, businesses, outbuildings, vehicles.
Oh, Salakia, you're right. Richmond, Virginia is dealing with water crisis, and also no, actually it is just for Virginia. It's not Tennessee, because some individuals on some live talking about, yeah, the water bad, but if you go to the other county was 15 minutes up, you know, you can get water from there because he was a trucker. So yeah, man, it's just bad. These places falling, man. It's bad all over, man. The Lord just breaking them down like Floyd, man. Every round, the Lord breaking them down like Floyd, and Esau, you in the 7th, 8th round, man.
Firefighters were able to establish the first bit of containment Thursday.
Are you telling me?
It says to the west in Pacific Palisades, the largest of the fires burning in the LA area have destroyed over 5,300 structures, and firefighters have no containment.
But it's more than that, because it's more than that because I was watching a video and they showed where there was fire all over the state. But when they zoomed in, they showed a small small square, and that square was so small inside that vast area of fire, and they said within that small square it's 500 structures. So we know it's far more than 5,000. Far more than that.
There's a video going around that a drone flew over the aftermath. You see squares everywhere on the ground, far away.
Matter of fact, they say California right now look like northern Gaza. That's it. I know what you're talking about.
Wow.
It's a drone. It's a drone. I saw it this morning. It's a drone clip that said California right now looks like northern Gaza, man. But all the infrastructure everything just decimated, man. Everything's decimated. You know.
It's a desert.
Wow. It's decimated. Everything is decimated. You know.
It says No cause have yet been determined for the largest fires, which have spread across a roughly 25-mile band north of downtown
The damage
LA,
is done. Go ahead.
oppressing California's largest city.
Oppressing California's largest city. Now I want to back the brother up too. Let me tell you how wicked the rich it is too. The wicked would eat the rich even rob their own rich. Check this out. This is an article produced January the 9th from State Farm to Allstate. California insurance companies who reportedly canceled policies months before raging LA wildfires, man. So these insurance companies show you they don't give a fuck about you. What happened to the CEO of United Care? He got blasted. So these insurance companies do not care. All right?
That's Sirach 14, verses 5. He that is evil to himself, woo, to whom will he do good?
He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? Right? Revelation 85 from the Quam. And the angel took the censer and filled it with fire of the altar and cast it into the earth, and thundering and lightning and earthquakes. I think the brother gonna add more probably. I'm feeling the vibe right now. I'm feeling it.
He that is evil to himself, to whom will he do good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods.
Woo! And guess what? Esau, you know what you've done? You put your own brethren into captivity because you know who we are. You just, the upper echelon of Esau, the Dukes of Edom, you know who we are as a people. You know who you are. What you've done is that you lied to the entire world. You deceived the entire world because you are that devil. You are that serpent in the beginning. All right? You are Cain that slayed his brother Abel. You are Esau that's trying to slay his brother Jacob. You are the so-called white man that's trying to slay your brothers and sisters who are the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. You're the same individual, man. The same way you used to hang out infants from the Raptors, going back into the book of Maccabees, you do the same thing to our children now. Same spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was an old school song from Jedi Mind Tricks. Dude said the battlefield is new, but the war is not old. I said, damn, that's heavy. You know, it's heavy. It's a new time, but it's the same war. It's spiritual. So what you do to us, that's why all you other heathen nations, man, you gotta make your bed and lay in it with Esau. You see what he did to us? Man, what makes you think he won't do it to you? Now y'all beef.
Yeah, the controversy of Zion.
No, hold on, I'll still speak on this real quick. What you mean the controversy of Zion?
Because they getting jacked, these heathens are getting jacked up because of what they do to us. The Lord is jacking them up to save us.
All right, well, I still got more on this fire. Billy Crystal, right? All these millionaires, right? Billy Crystal, John Goodman, and Eugene Levy, $1 million mansions turned to ashes in Palisade fire. SpaceX will provide free Starlink terminals to affected areas in LA tomorrow morning. TV crews are using SpaceX at Starlink to broadcast their live fire coverage in LA. The only reason you're able to see us right now is because of Starlink. There's absolutely no cell service at all in this whole area. There's a lot of meat on these bones you got to get off, man. So right now they don't even have cell service. They're using Starlink as of right now to actually communicate to broadcast this. That just goes to show you, man, how down bad these people are over there right now, man. Right? And the brother Arrows of Indignation had a beautiful video that showed this woman come up to Governor Newsom asking about how come the president hasn't helped, how come the 241. It shows 1440 in military time with my call lay my shot. That's why I said that. But yeah, hey, if I could just pull it out real quick. Sloppy. Here it is. It's from the brother Arrows of Indignation 144. It says, pick yourself up by your bootstraps, Esau. This is the advice you gave to my people. Probably can't hear it. Can you give me Sirach 13? So right here, you can't see it. This guy right here. Shit. Anyways, this guy, he was poor. He was living under the bridges. It says LA has some of the worst homelessness in the country. No one cared. Now that rich folks' home is gone, people are supposed to care? Nah. So he was living like in Skid Row. He was living up under them overpass for like 5 years, he said. Now he's not homeless anymore. He said, now all these rich people are saying, what was me, what was me? Well, pick yourself up by your bootstrap the same way you'll tell them. And I like the fact he made that video. And then it's another portion of the video where this woman comes up to Governor Newsom. You hear her arrogant this woman is? She's talking to the governor of California, Governor Newsom. He's like, I'm trying to contact. That's how you know he's not lying, really. Because the woman, it was another article that said the only way they're able to broadcast because of Starlink. So he's trying to contact the government, the president, he can't. She's like, I want to hear. And he's even like, I'm trying to get it. Well, can I get your information? I need your information. Like, what are you gonna do about this? There's water over there right now. That lady said, I'll pump the water right now if you want me to. The arrogancy of this bitch, bro. I was even upset. Like, hold on. First and foremost, that's my point. Everybody losing, bitch. But you know what? The reason why I love that, that woman got all the money. Whatever. She got money. All that money can't even save her. You gotta stand in line like everybody else. You think because you got money and status, you can talk to the mayor like that? Where's the president? I want to hear his voice. What? Something. I want your information. Call me when you talk to the president. Like this, that's the mentality of these people. But this is also the society that Esau built. That a woman like that could go to a governor and be like, I don't want to talk to the president my damn self. Come on, man. But, yeah, that version on down.
Sirach 13 and 17 on down. What fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb? So the sinner with the godly. What agreement is there between the hyena and the dog? And what peace between the poor and the rich?
So what peace is there between the poor and the rich? Now the reason why I wanted to bring that out because there's so many stories within the story. So we're gonna get into the militias and all that too. Remember, that man was poor living under a bridge. Now he has somewhere to rest his head. The rich people will always drive past them. Now that they're losing their shit, they're like, what was me, what was me? He like, pick yourself up by your bootstrap. Why? Proverbs 14 and 20. The poor is hated even of his own neighbor. That was the Edomite looking dude. And his own people would drive by them too. The poor is hated even by his own neighbor, but the rich has many friends. But they go back to what this brother has said. The rich is profit not in the day of wrath. So no matter how much money you have, how much status you have, they couldn't save you or your house was getting burned down or having to be evacuated. Right? Proverbs 14 and 21. He that despiseth his neighbor sinneth, but he that have mercy on the poor, happy is he. Exactly. All right now. So let's go to show you, man, that even the poor are suffering from the rich, but even the rich suffer from their own, because it's always about the rich getting richer and the poor getting poor. Go ahead,
Sirach 41, 6-8. The inheritance of sinners, children shall perish, and their prosperity shall have a perpetual reproach. The children will complain of ungodly fathers, because they shall be reproached for their sake. So you see these Edomites that are prosperous now, they're really the children of their forefathers. So They're really their forefathers.
Mm-hmm. They are their forefathers.
Woe unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High God. For if ye increase, it shall be to your destruction.
Hey, I'm glad you brought that out. That's a good one. It's Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Facts. Because you are your forefathers, you know?
Surah 13, verses 18. What agreement is there between the hyena and the dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor? As the wild ass is the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor.
Right. So in other words, that's why I brought that out, because that man was like, you guys never cared about us, so why should we care about you? Facts, facts. And the Quran dropped the rest of that from Revelation 8:5-6. Go ahead, Ron. You say you gonna do that? Yeah. Go ahead. The burning of the flag. Because the Lord already scorching America, so why the hell we need to burn flags? What's the sense of burning a damn flag? That's carnal. That's carnal.
Because there's laws about that we can't do that. Sure, there's laws that you can really express yourself.
I know it's a felony. I think it's a felony to burn a flag and to burn currency.
So Romans 13:1, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. For there is no power but God. The powers that be are ordained by Yahawah, by YAHAWASHI. So we got to obey the laws of the land too. So there's certain laws that burning a flag, you can get in real trouble. So that was a bad move.
Now, right here, this is U.S. Code 700, desecration of the flag of the United States. Whoever knowingly mutilates their faces, physically defiles, burns, maintains on the floor or ground, or tramples upon any flag of the United States, any flag. So not only the United States of America flag, the United States Corps flag, the Marines, Navy, Army, any flag, any governing flag, like the flag for the state of Florida, any flag, okay, shall be fined under this penalty or imprisoned for not more than 1 year or both. Okay, so it's a crime to burn a flag, and there's a U.S. code for it. You can read that again. A woman. Yeah, you don't lost.
Romans 13:1, let every soul be subject unto the higher power. For there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained by Yahawah.
Okay, so I thought it was the felony. It's a misdemeanor. You still can get a year or a fine. All right. Can you read about it, Michelle?
Whosoever therefore resisteth the power.
Wow, so that would have been better if we kept reading, right?
Resisteth the ordinance of God.
So for you to burn that flag, you pretty much saying F what the Most High have already ordained. And y'all supposed to be Israelites when you are physically, but spiritually, man, y'all lost. Because in your minds, you think of burning a flag is something that's a part of the ministry. No, it's not. You're doing something that you want to do on your own. The Lord is saying you to do that foolishness. Okay? One of them you want to bring out, go ahead now. Because I actually have it right here.
I got First Thessalonians 5:22, to abstain from all evil, abstain from all appearance of evil. And again, that's not a good look, because that sends a message to more simple-minded Israelites.
That's fact.
They're gonna run through the same thing. They're gonna get into trouble. That brother's gonna be in your hands to do it.
Matter of fact, can you give me Matthew 10:16? You gotta remember, John 15:16, the Lord said, you have not chosen me, I have chosen you. So the Lord chose you, That means he gonna give you the guidance on how to serve the Most High. And I know he didn't guide you to burn that flag. Matthew 10:16.
Matthew 10:16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep.
Apostles, sent forth. Go, Australian Shepherd. I love those guys. Go ahead, Op.
I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. You're a damn sheep. We're sheep. We're worms. We're the tail. We're the bottom. We're drugs in the barrel. We're the bottom at the bottom of the ocean, man, with all those crazy aquatic looking fish. Right? That's us. So why you out there acting like a predator? Why you burning flags and shit, man? That's goofy. Go ahead, Op.
Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
Right, because, hey, why is the serpent mean you got to be on a higher level of wisdom? You have to be on a higher level of wisdom, man. You can't move about like a 2/3, but you claim that you are a servant of the Lord. It don't work that way, man. All right? This is Matthew 22:9. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, and as many as you shall find, bid to the marriage. It don't say anything about burning a flag, man. That was stupidity. What? Go ahead.
Because what happens is, Sirach 7:7, offend not against the multitude of a city. Well, that causes many offenses. Now they got your face, they get distracted. Oh, you want to burn the flag? You know, then they're gonna get carnal. And you might get carnal too. Which will be even a bigger problem. Offend not against the multitude of a city, and then thou shalt not cast thyself down among the people.
Well, hold on. America's Babylon the Great. So technically, that would be the whole country. Because America's one big city. That's right. You can offend everybody in America. Hell, you know you got them Jakes, man, that be in the military, man. They'll take out their own Jakes. So remember, you go to the military, you take an oath that you will defend the country against all foreign and domestic enemies. So that means even your own family, right? So when the Lord said, go to the highways and byways, you're supposed to be bidding us to the marriage. So we waiting for the bridegroom. Listen, the Lord already scorching earth. Why are you burning flags? That don't make sense. The Lord's already burning up the earth. Why are you burning the flag up? The flag's gonna get burned up when America get blitzkrieg by thermonuclear warheads, right? Jake out there with a big lighter, lighting up a flag that was made in China. Hence, it's an American flag made in China. Like, come on, man. The truth shall set you free, and my people are destroyed for a lack of wisdom, man. They lack in knowledge, wisdom, understanding the truth in the right path to walk on. Cause they're still walking around in darkness. Go ahead.
Then what was mentioned was the reasoning was because of what we've been through in slavery, but we did it to ourselves.
Right.
You know, I shall endure the indignation of the Lord because we sinned against him. So we got ourselves in trouble. We're the rightful rulers of the planet, but we disobeyed the Heavenly Father, so he put us in the lower state, and he put the base man above us and say, oh, you want to be wicked? Let me show you what wicked really is. You know? So Romans 12:17, recompense to men, all man evil for evil. So yeah, we're burning these flags because of X, Y, and Z.
Oh, that's a good one.
But we did it to ourselves.
That's a good one.
It says, provide things honest in the sight of all men. That's not honest in the sight of YAHAWASHI. They didn't tell us to go out in the highways and byways.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. That's not being honest in the eyes of YAHAWASHI, because I just read the Lord said, go out to the highways and byways and bid them to the marriage. But you're not doing that. You're going to the highways and byways and you causing discourse. Remember what the Lord said? Well, Paul said it. Paul said, if at all possible, be at peace with all men. That's not being peaceful. Because no Lord told you not to do that. You a sheep amongst wolves, my fool. Why you out that mad? This fool. Mad.
Then the Lord called because he sent the wind, and he couldn't light it right away. So he kind of stood there trying to really light it.
But this is you. You a sheep. Bath, bath. And you telling the wolves we burning your flag. It's not wise. It's not wise. Go ahead.
That's what I had on this.
Now you saw it. Baba Kashar. Think about it. That's happening. And I did a video. You can watch it. It's called War is Brewing in America. But that was this author that infiltrated these factions that was a part of January 6th. And these individuals are talking about having some type of event that could be massive. That could cause a massacre. All right? Oh, shit. Okay. It could be a massacre. Hey, at the end of the day, every idle word that proceeds out of man's mouth, he must give an account for it. He rolled by and said, "What up?" It ain't like you really want to know what's up, but I appreciate the cool gesture, I guess. You know? Hey, he ain't his king. What you expect? You know? They know something. They know something's not right, and we got the truth, but they don't want to hear it. Because at the end of the day, I know someone down the line they heard us say, "Your ass going into slavery, boy." Not like that though. And listen, we're not. Listen here. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not even personal. Like the brother said, we put ourselves in this predicament. You just went overboard, Esau. You were proud that you took us into captivity and the way you treated us, that you pitted our children and our women against us. You were proud of what you did. So that what really makes us want to have a gripe, because you knew the Lord was the reason why you was able to overcome us. But in the end, we're gonna overcome you, like the Lord told God. Yeah, a truth shall overcome you, but you shall overcome in the end, right?
Yeah, but when they're at ease, it does this. So Psalms 123, verses 4, our souls is exceedingly filled with the scorching of those that are at ease.
Ooh, I like that.
And with the contempt of the proud.
That's real. And you know what? It's another thing too. Even the Lord say, envy not thy oppressor, man. So remember, the Lord said that He gonna set up the basis of men above us. That's why He tell us don't envy them, man. I set them up. I'm gonna set you up. But as of right now, you behind enemy lines, and I set them up. You gotta do what I say, right? Because
the scripture says, Job 14:5, seeing his days are determined. This is temporary. He's
right.
supposed to win. He's supposed to be at ease. He's supposed to grow strong. Offspring grow strong. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. So the Lord has not accounted. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So every kingdom, every domino has an expiration date. Every kingdom except YAHAWASHI's kingdom has an expiration date.
Hey, can you give me 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 16? 15, 16.
2nd Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. That's a decision right there.
Yes, yeah, because sedition means to overthrow when you go into the etymology. And that's what happened January 6th. And like I said, that's why I brought the article out, not the article, the video. This individual, he infiltrated these militias for the past 2 years. And one of the biggest gripes they always had an argument over is, should we have this mass event to where like it makes the government have to look at us? Like they want to have like some bombing or something like that, and they always fight and bicker over that. You have some who really just want the country to go back to the way it is. You got some that actually want to overtake the country. These are right now military personnel. These are right now military personnel. People who are still police officers enlisted. All right? We have politicians. People who really want to overthrow the government. Because think about it, you really have some patriotic Edomites here that their grandfather fought in the Civil War or some kind of war, and then for them to see what their grandfathers, whatever, and brothers and sisters had to die for, they see men taking selfies of themselves and women making OnlyFans. Like, my father died for this? For a little boy to say he think he's a girl and vice versa? So they're like, we're done because the government makes these rules, right? It goes back to what Meyer M. Bauer said, who is the head of the international bankers, the head of the Rothschild. He said, give me control of a nation's money, and I care not who make the laws. That's America. They don't care. They don't care if you want to marry your dog. They'll make a law for it. Pay us for it. They'll make you pay for that shit. So now that's why money's not the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. Like, stop playing, y'all.
You know, it can be displayed as a collection.
Yeah, you can use it as a collection. Yeah, you can use it as a collection, right? So anyhow, can you finish that up? Second Ezra 15 and 16.
Second Ezra 15 and 16. There shall be sedition among men, and invading one another.
Invading. They invaded the Capitol Hill. They invaded, y'all.
Without the fear of being shot.
Without the fear of Nathan. People died. People actually died, man. And then you had the assassination attempts. You know, real talk. And anytime someone's trying to get assassinated, the first thing the bodyguards do, the bodyguards cover up the target. How are they gonna let that man look up and do this like he knew where the shot came from? That shit was so fucking. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say he didn't get shot, but you can clearly tell, man, it was staged. This the world we live in, yo. And they want this man back in office. And you got individuals that's locked up saying that they want President Trump to pardon them because they did that on his behalf. Because remember, they tried to have Trump indicted because he incited a riot. He told him to go down there, in a sense. And that's what incited the riot. He has the power to. That's what I'm saying. Oh, he brought back the guillotines. Yeah. He was talking about building the goddamn wall, bro. He provoked people at his rallies to fight other people, and if they get locked up, I'll bail you out. That's your president. But I'm saying that's your president.
I mean this with a hasty spirit, hasty time. But I don't see another president after this.
Hey, I don't think I see another president after this.
You go back to the guillotine, that's going right into Revelation. That's what I'm saying.
Damn.
Second 16. But there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. There shall not regard their kings or prince.
So they did not regard the officials, the state officials in that building. They did not regard. That's what they mean by that. You know, they use the word like kings and emperors, but they use the word like kings and pharaoh. But that's the same thing as a prime minister, as a president. You know what I'm saying? Some high state official. Like an ambassador will be somebody who speaks on behalf of their country to another country. I mean, they're not the president or the prime minister, but they are a highly elected official. You know, like a prefect, like Governor Newsom. When that woman walked up to him, was like, "Why is the president calling us?" He's like, "I'm trying to get on the phone right now." She's like, "I want to hear his voice." Like, the gall of this woman. He's the governor, even though I don't like him. Damn, that's an elected official. Like, how you gonna talk to him like that? Like, I want to hear his voice. I want your information, but that's the world we live in, man. People have no regards for the elected officials. You know? Go ahead.
It says, they shall not regard.
Oh, by the way, the reason why he couldn't reach the president because they had no cell service. But so Starlink, which is by what's his name? Elon Musk allowed them to use Starlink to call and to continue the broadcast.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
And the course of the actions did stand in their power, man. Hey, they had this thing going on for all these years, man. All these people getting locked up and having to gather these folks, man. And also remember, it's a distraction too. So knowing that these militias stem from that January 6th, well, actually, let me not say that. Because I actually got a, a Jake in the world, he was a Navy SEAL. This was like, probably 15 years ago, man. He was like, bro, they have militias right now in America ready to pop off. And he said he knows some of the people. So that's why you see everyday people, man. Like I was saying, that do infiltrated, everyday people that you stand in line with, you rubbing elbow with, you bump shoulders with. He said they're actually trained. He said the training that they do, it's like they're gonna rush inside of a building with people. They're talking about kicking down doors, throwing flashbangs. They got grenades, they got masks and everything, man. This is their training. They're training like military personnel, but they're malicious, man. Y'all people not ready. There are more guns. There's more guns and ammos in America than there are people. More guns and ammos in America than there are people, man.
This is the valley of shadow.
Yeah, man. It's the valley of the shadow of death, man. You know? So it's gonna pop off. Now, can you give me Ephesians 5 and 15? Bible shot through 17. Done.
Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly.
Circumspectly means you walk and be aware of all your surroundings. All right? And remember, look at nothing, don't look at anything as a small matter, whether it's a great or small matter. Look at everything with great detail. Because I went into the word gradualism. Remember that. Go ahead, Al.
See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
So walk circumspectly, not as fools, but be wise. What makes you wise? The wisdom. So we're not walking around like fools. Remember what the scripture said? A prudent man seeth the evil and what? And hideth himself. In order for you to be prudent, you gotta be wise. Right?
It's better to have no light than low.
And there is no life here. So we dead without YAHAWASHI.
We're already dead in this world.
Only reason why technically we're alive because YAHAWASHI is within us. We are dead without YAHAWASHI. So for YAHAWASHI to be within us, we are alive. Remember, shall these dry bones live again? We were those dry bones, man. Shalom, KDC3. Show you love for Babylon, despite the fact you still in Babylon too, though you up there. Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord Yahweh with all thine heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. Facts. Proverbs 3 and 7. Be not wise in thy own eyes, for Yahweh, fear Yahweh and depart from evil. Right, fear the Lord. The Lord tell you this is, we tell you the evil to come, right? If the evil coming from the north, take your ass south. That's what we telling you. Proverbs 4 and 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Wisdom. And wisdom is the application of knowledge to give you a better understanding. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. So as you're applying that wisdom, get a better understanding. We've applied it. Remember, he that increases knowledge increases what? Sorrow. So we come to the realization we go through more sorrow because we want to be more righteous compared to suffering for being wicked. The Lord said it'd be better for you to suffer for righteousness' sake. Because we all gonna suffer for something. Look at the rich now. Their prophets can't save them right now. All that is gone. So where's that faith at really? You see that woman going to Thank you. Now you see what I'm getting at. Look at where they don't believe in God. Look at where their faith was at in the government. What are you gonna do? Think about it. This woman probably has a husband too. She all in the governor's face. What are you gonna do? There's water over there. I will pump the water. I will pump the water out by myself. Like this lady's losing it, but she's coming to this man asking what he got. That man got a family too. Think about these people in these last days. That man got a family too. What you think he's trying to do? He needs house and water.
It's like when the woman went to one of the kings in the Old Testament, and the king told her, I can't even help myself. How can I help you? Like there was a family.
It was a family. But I think they sold like birds dong for a fart. Birds dong? You know when birds, when they do defecate, they have like It'll have the bones of another creature in there, maybe some corn and other shit. That's how bad it was. Yeah, yeah. That's how bad it was.
I got it. Second Ezra 15.
This is Matthew 7:16. You shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. That's Matthew 7:18. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. That is a beautiful precept because that reminds me of Mark. This is why I didn't want to go nowhere. I want to stay right there. And that goes back to this fire too. Every tree that wasn't planted, every seed that wasn't planted by the Most High is going to be plucked up. That was a beautiful precept too. I want to back here up real quick. This is let me get it real quick. Let's see, read that Ephesians for me out.
Ephesians chapter verse
15.
Ephesians 5:15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
Read again.
Ephesians
You can speak too. I mean, come on.
Ephesians 5:16. Redeeming the times, because the days are evil. The days are evil because the Lord is sending judgment every day. You got a bone to pick with Babylon the Great. So there's danger everywhere.
Now, right here, this is what I want to bring out. Now, this is going into that beautiful piece that the brother had brought up. Every root that was not planted by his father. Go ahead, up. Man, I thought I had it.
The days are evil.
Go
I
ahead.
have the second Ezra's 15 and 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm. So that's going into the Lord coming back and saving the elect. 144,000 and the 1/3 out of Babylon the Great, by way of those chariots. It says, but I will bring them out with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. And that's why I'm going to bring up the second Ezra, because the Lord, all the wildfires, you know, the truck ramming over people, you know, the chariot sightings, everything, the violence is getting increased.
This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud with chariots. And shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. So that's talking about right now, right? And they shall fight everyone against his brother. Remember, I have brought out about the militias. That's going to happen here. And everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right?
Cities fighting against cities, ground against ground. Second Ezra 15 and 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and destroy all the land thereof. The Lord is plaguing Egypt as before, little by little.
And the crew, this is Egypt. To back the brother up. This is Revelation chapter 11. Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. And the dead body shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom in Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. The Lord was never crucified in Egypt. Sodom. Talking about here in America. Because they forced our people to believe in that picture of Sesame Boshia as the only begotten son. All right? So that's how he was crucified, because they killed his image. All right? Second Ezra chapter 15. I think it's like 57.
Second Ezra 15.
Just hold it because you need it. Yeah. 16 and 67.
16 and 67. Second Ezra 16 and 67. Behold, God himself is the judge. Fear him, leave off from your sins, and forget your iniquities.
Because remember, I was talking about the militias. All this going to come back into the militias, man. Go ahead.
And meddle no more with them forever. So shall God lead you, Yahawah, forth, and deliver you from all your trouble.
So the Lord going to deliver us from all our troubles. Remember, he's our judge. He's our lawgiver. He's our savior. All right? Go ahead. They are, I should say. Forgive me.
For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols.
So that's like them. That's like you being tortured by them feeding you pork, catfish, parfait. Like you want to eat, they'll like give you a spam sandwich or some shit, and you like fuck that. I'd rather just starve. That's what it means by that. Yeah.
It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision.
So those who actually consent, meaning that I'm gonna go down to Egypt, I'm gonna go ahead and get that MOTB. So the Lord said, those of you who do consent means like,
to agree.
yeah.
And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach.
Woo!
And trodden under feet.
You're gonna be trodden and trampled on the foot. Let me look up that word derision. I went to the etymology, Mike.
I always had an issue understanding that part.
What part?
And they that consent unto them shall be had in. Is that part? Shall be had in. It always caught me off guard.
No, because it's that old king tune.
Yeah.
The king is like whence comest thou, rather than saying where you come from. Yeah. So derision means ridicule, mockery, subjection to wow. You know what that means? What that means, the Lord said, I'm gonna laugh at you when your calamity comes. Back in Proverbs, the Lord gonna mock you. So for those of you who consent to this bullshit, the Lord gonna make a mockery of you. Oh, let's go back to Daniel, the 12th chapter, the first verse, where he said, some shall be born to everlasting shame, and some to everlasting content. Everlasting shame means the Lord fools you. Remember the Lord said that they deceive our hands. Sound nice. Go ahead, huh?
Second Ezra 16 and 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
And that's already happening right now. They'll go back to Malachi, the 4th chapter, when Elijah will bring the sons back to the Father. And remember, the elders will be our father, because it says entreat your elder like a father. No, it says rebuke not an elder, but entreat him like a father. Then in addition, 80% of us are born without a father. So what does that literally mean? You know, it don't literally mean bring it back to our father, who our mother kept us from. No, it's talking about coming back to the prophets and coming back to the elders, right? Go ahead, huh?
They shall be like madmen, sparing none. And they show you in a movie, I haven't watched it yet, but it's called Disciples in the Moonlight. They threw it out in theaters early this year, like in 2 days, and they took it out in theaters. Disciples in the Moonlight. It shows the enemy coming like a flood, burning all the Bible, the shit that they got a Bible, they're gonna get in trouble. everybody's seeking for the true knowledge.
Yep. That's it, bro. But that goes right back to them being like madmen coming after us. Go ahead.
And there shall be in every place, and in the city, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen.
You know what? That's why I think this is a thing full of shit. That's like, bro, you know damn well the Lord's coming back to destroy this place, but you have it in the minds of these people that y'all gonna establish a kingdom here where Esau's still spending Esau's money. How you gonna have a kingdom where you still using Esau's money? King's in the building, my ass. Servants in the building, man. You want to say something, right?
Yeah, that right. I seen like 3 trucks, regular vans, and they were all like dressed in harnesses.
Well, you know, make good efforts with this right there.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, make good efforts with this time.
2 Ezra 16, verses 72. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses.
Right. Malicious.
Then shall they be known who are my chosen,
Keep going.
and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire.
Right, so we're going to be tried, remember, but acceptable men shall be tried like gold in the fire. Acceptable men, remember that.
It says, Hear, O my beloved, saith the Lord, YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same.
That's the point. Yes, the militias are going to be coming in, ripping and running, kicking doors down. Oh my God, man, the Israelite woman, you ain't got no man by your side, let alone a man of the Lord. You is screwed. Hey, don't nobody want you. I've seen y'all try to do the passport sisters. Man, they treat y'all worse than us. They said the men don't even try to court you. They trying to see if you gonna get ahead or not. And then the woman asked, because she was in Japan, she asked them, the Japanese women, like, this is crazy. Like, do they ever talk to you like that? They were like, oh, never. My husband or our men never talk to us like that. Huh. So what kind of image is portrayed to the black woman? So-called black woman. You just harlots. What the hell you think men gonna do to you in these last days? When you want a spam sandwich? They'll tell you to back that ass up. That ass, man. Shit out here crazy. Go ahead,
Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, all the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh is your God, and the guide of them who keep my commandments.
So the Lord is your guide. So the Lord said, if you love me, feed my sheep. If you love me, keep my commandments. If you doing that and you don't doubt, what you gotta feel?
We're looking for ways to be saved.
We're looking for ways to be saved. Jay looking for ways to just stay. All right.
Those that saved their lives.
Hey yo, I'm like this. I'm like levitating. I'm like, yo, this the way. Jay like, nah, I'm good. All of a sudden, that new coming. Hold on, wait a minute. I try to tell you. That's it. I try to tell you. That's what we're doing right now for 20, 25, 30, 35 years. All the elders been trying to do while they floating up there. Tell you, they just floating up. And you up there like this, left behind in that movie, man. We trying to find ways to be saved. Y'all trying to find ways to stay. Well, that's cool.
It reads, it says, and the guide of them who keep my commandments.
And the guide of them who keep my commandments. Why you think they let him at Governor Houston, whatever his name is? What are you gonna do? What are we gonna do? Because you're looking for men to guide you. And what it say in Psalms? Vain is the help of men. As the Lord's majesty is, so is his mercy. So we're about to fall to the hands of the Lord. The right hand, that is. Go ahead,
It says, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord power.
Right.
That's how your sins weigh you down.
Don't let your sins weigh you down. You in this flesh. How shall to die for you? If you understand this truth, let's feed the sheep. Keep the commandment. Like it's two months I live by. Offend less, and I pray the Most High take that as Holy Spirit from me. That's every day. Offend less. Don't offend, but offend less. Go ahead.
Flesh.
Oh, yeah.
We're bound in the subject. subject. It's a curse. It's down. But there is a fight. There is a resistance.
Yeah.
There is a fight against the greed. That's what the Lord is looking at. He raised reactions. Intent. What's an intent?
Hey, the Lord more focused on your reaction rather than their action, because He already sent them to do that thing. And He already sent that. He already put the Spirit on them to do whatever they was gonna do. He looking at how you gonna react. That's why they got that WWJD. What would Jeebus do? We say WWYD. What would Yahawashai do? That's why they say that.
It says 2 16:76. And the God of them who keep my commandments and precepts, said the Lord power. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves.
So in other words, yo, we at the end, if you've been holding on this long in this crazy storm, yo, keep moving, keep grooving. Why stop? That's why I love that brother on KDC3, man. That brother been going hard. Because like I said, first time I ever made myself a living sacrifice coming out here was 2010. It was March 7, 2010, me and Khanakala. That brother always been relevant. I've seen a couple guys come up there with him, but what I love is the fact he keep going out there. Why? Because like Paul said, not only in my absence, but also in my presence. Not only in my not only in my presence, but also in my absence. I'm sorry. Seek out your own salvation with fear and trembling, right? Because it's like when you're going out preaching the word, or even if you're uploading the video, that's like game day. What you're doing on your off days will determine, damn, you're not prepared for game day. It's that simple. What you do on your off time will determine you come to camp. Or hell, it's going to determine whether or not you get beamed up. Like I said, you can try to pull a fast one on the man of the Lord, but you ain't pulling a fast one on the Lord. All right? You guys know? So close that piece up.
Romans 12:11, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord.
Read up.
Romans 12:11.
Read up.
Romans 12:10. Be kindly affectionate one towards another with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another. Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord.
Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. Matter of fact, 1 Timothy 4:13. That might be our close out piece. You just conjured up something in my spirit. Hey, bro, you a Nico now, sir? You dealing with familiar spirits, right? What you doing with spirit, huh? No, first, I said for Thessalonians? No. I thought I said, I'm sorry, right? Is it Thessalonians? Yeah, get that one. It's something else.
2 Thessalonians 2 and 14.
It's 1 Timothy. Now read that one.
It says,
I know what I said. It was you. I know. I don't remember.
Thessalonians 2 and 14. Therefore, he called you by our gospel
Called
to the obtaining of the glory of our Lord Yahawashi.
Ooh. Dang, something just hit me so hard, bro. Because in the parable, it says, the field is the earth. Yahawashi said, my sheep hear my voice. So we was in the world, which is the field, and we heard Yahawashi, we like, and then, the spirit got, man, it's so beautiful. Isaiah 34:16 said his spirit gathered them. The spirit will gather us. That's Yahawashi. Man, this is so beautiful, man. All right, go ahead to 1 Timothy 4:13, close out. Man, this is so beautiful. 1 Timothy 4:13. All of that.
Verse 2.
Chill out. Chill out. Go ahead. Chill out, man.
1 Timothy 4 and 13. Till I come, give attendance to reading.
Yeah, till I come, give attendance to reading. Because in Revelation, the first chapter, 3rd verse, it says, "Blessed is he that readeth." All right, go ahead.
To exhortation, to doctrine.
Right, exhortation, exhort one another, man, to the doctrine. You know, right?
Neglect not the gift that is in thee,
Do not neglect that faith, and the Lord will take it out your faith.
which was given thee by prophecy.
It was given to you by, it was prophesied the Lord was going to give us faith in the last days. Right?
With the laying on the hands of the presbytery.
The presbytery means the elders of the church. Right? And the elders have healed people in the past.
Meditate upon these things.
Meditate.
Give thyself wholly to them.
He that give his mind over to the Most High shall seek out the wisdom of the ancients and be occupied in prophecy. I kind of butchered it, but you know, go ahead.
Meditate upon these things. Give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may be appear to all.
That your profiting may appear to all, which is what we're doing right now. Which is why that's so beautiful. What it said. This is 1 Timothy 4:13. Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, the spirit of truth, which reveal all things, with the laying on of the hands of the presbytery. Meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. What did the hell I just say? I said, when you upload a video, when you come out and do the word, what you put out will display what you're doing in your off time. That's what it's saying right here. So it can be displayed to the whole world. People see how great LeBron still is to this day. But ain't nobody in the gym with him and seeing what keeps him great. Nobody looking at the behind the scene. Everybody go and watch the whole hour and 30-minute movie, not looking at it took a year and a half to make the whole damn movie. Same thing, man. Go ahead,
Then he says, 1 Timothy 4:16. Take heed to thyself.
So in other words, examine thyself too.
And the doctrine.
And the doctrine.
Continue in this. For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself.
So by continuing in this doctrine, by keeping your hand to the plow, you shall save yourselves and who?
And them that hear thee.
And them that hear thee.
That's the scripture right there that teaches us how to be saved. To make that going and let you sure.
That's a perfect thank you. So if somebody want to know how to be saved, 1 Timothy chapter 4:13 all the way down. Woo! And a lot more than that, but you know what I'm saying. Anything else out? All right, so with that being said, we'll give all honor, glory, and praises to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, QADASH. The most our elders, that great Milestone who's doing well. Sing honor to the elect. It's the best of the 1/3 and to the confusion of faces in the four corners of the earth. QADASH Allah, Muhammad Abba, Shalom.